Every lady's in the house.
Hallelujah.
So the top in the reasons why we don't reach our goals and reach our potential is, one, we lose motivation, and two, we just get caught up in life. But you know, there comes a time in every woman's life and in every person's life when you know within yourself that there is something more that you want to do, no, something that you need to do. I mean, it wakes you up in the night. You think about it all day long. It's something that you need to do. And I believe that every woman in here was born with a purpose.
Yes.
That we all have something that we are supposed to be doing.
Yes.
That all of us have a level of goodness on the inside of us that was placed there, not just for us, but to be there to be used and exposed to by the world. We've been born to contribute to society. We've been born to contribute to the world. And you know what? That gift comes with your responsibility. Once you have a gift, and I know that every woman in here has a gift because God promised that He would give gifts to men. And He also promised that He has a purpose and He has plans for everybody's life. So I know that there's something on the inside of every woman in here that you have a responsibility to share with the world. And when you know that, when you can feel that on the inside of your heart, if in that moment you also feel like you are operating below your potential, like you've gotten comfortable, you ever felt like you got too comfortable in the status quo? You ever felt like you stopped expanding, like you stopped stretching, you stopped challenging yourself? You know, it can almost make you feel lost. You can feel insignificant. Anybody in here ever felt that way?
Amen.
When all the kids go to bed, grandchildren leave, it's quiet. For a few moments you're like, oh, thank God for the quiet. And then you think for a moment, and sometimes you can feel lost, like you lost yourself. But I know that not only is it possible for you to have your dream and feel significant, but it's also necessary. It is necessary that you fulfill the dreams that God placed on the inside of you. It is necessary. We write it down. It is necessary, whatever God has placed on the inside of you for you to do, it is necessary for you to accomplish it. It's necessary that you have it. It's necessary that you work on it, that you develop yourself, that you get what God destined to be yours, for you to do, that He destined to be your true self. You know, the Bible puts it this way. It just says, hope deferred makes the heart sad or sick. So when you are not reaching your potential, when you're not doing the things that God placed on the inside of your heart for you to do, it can make you feel sick. So it's necessary. But you might be in your comfort zone, just doing enough to stay alive, to get by, to keep a job. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where you are getting paid just enough to keep you from quitting. And you are working just hard enough to keep them from firing you. Anybody ever been there? Hey! Anybody there right now? It's all right, they can't see you now. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Sometimes you're just working hard enough to keep that job. And just doing enough to just be there. But at the same time, it's like, you just feel like you're just there. And then sometimes you can feel like you've parked. Sometimes you can feel like your life is on park. And not just parked, sometimes you can feel like you're not only parked, but the key has been removed from the ignition. Stuck. You know you can do more. You started out well a few years ago and then life happened. You started living in other people's worlds. And then sometimes life can be very hard on you. I think ladies know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It can knock the wind out of you.
Yes.
It can take a piece out of you.
Amen.
A failed marriage can take a piece out of you.
Yes.
Any ladies in the house can tell
Yes.
the truth and shame the devil?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
A botched up relationship can take a piece out of you.
Yes.
Being passed over for promotion can take a piece out of you. Being abused
Hey.
can take a piece out of you. Being neglected can take a piece out of you.
Amen.
Pure frustration
Yes.
can take a piece
Amen. Yes.
out of you. And sometimes you can find yourself hard.
Yes.
Key is out of the ignition.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there, instead of you saying, yes, I can, you're saying, no, I won't. No, I can't, and no, I won't. I call this the zombie zone, or the robotic zone. You just get up and do life, but on the inside, there's nothing happening. Wake up, shower, makeup, drive, sit, work, lunch, drive again, home, do the laundry, go to sleep, and wake up again. The zombie zone. Just filling other people's wants and desires. Filling the desires of your company, filling the desires of the people in your life. It's not all bad, you know. I don't want you to get the wrong impression. There's good things that we can be doing. But on the inside, we can still be parked. Someone once said that life is like an onion. You have to peel it one layer at a time. However, there are some times when you are going to cry.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
If you think that's true, you go ahead and write that right now.
Yeah.
Life is like an onion. You have to peel it one layer at a time. In other words, you don't know what's coming up next. You have to actually go layer by layer by layer. And sometimes life will make you cry. Life is going to happen to you in spite of the dream and the purpose that God placed on the inside of you. Life is going to slap you around. Life is going to kick you down sometimes. Life is going to push you around. You know, we call this seminar because we want to strengthen emerging female and women leaders. And so I don't want anyone in this room to get the impression that just because God placed greatness on the inside of you, that your life all of a sudden is going to be a bed of roses. Life will knock you right down. Well, I don't want you to take it personal. Tell the person, the lady on the side of you, don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
Okay, that lady didn't listen to you. Tell her again, say, don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
It happens to all of us.
Amen.
You know, sometimes when you're going through your stuff, you think that you're the only one that is going through stuff like that. Don't take it personal. Don't think that you're the only one who can ever go through stuff. That is what we call life. It happens to all of us.
Amen.
You know, Jesus told a parable about a wise man who built his house upon a rock, and the foolish man built his house upon the sand. So we have the wise man here building a house on the rock, which is the proper foundation, and the foolish man building a house upon the sand, which is the wrong foundation. And so we have two lives being built, completely different lives, but one thing they had in common, it was the storm. The storm came to the wise man, and the storm came to the foolish man. So don't take it personal when things in your life begin to turn upside down. Someone say amen.
Amen.
And don't ask yourself, why did this have to happen to me? Why not you? Why not you? Are you better than the Apostle Paul? Are you better than Peter? Are you better than the saints of old, the disciples? Are you better than the Lord Jesus himself? Because he had to take a beating. So why not you? When that man walked out, why not you?
Amen.
Oh, Lord.
Amen.
When those those kids decided they're not going to serve God, why not you? My goodness, God made everybody, but not half the world ain't checking for him. Why not you? They do it to the Lord. Why not you? So don't ask yourself, why me? Because life isn't fair. Write that down. Life is not fair. Some of us as leaders and persons, when God placed something on the inside of us, we expect things to be fair. Oh, I'm just walking in the favor of God, and I'm blessed and highly favored, and we think that things are just going to come our way. Well, honey, let me tell you something. You know, I came to do this seminar so we can actually talk some real talk.
Yeah.
I didn't come here today to baby up anybody.
Amen.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
But life is not fair. If you live long enough, you'll know that.
Yes.
Good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people. Life is not fair. I mean, even look at nature. Is it fair that the worm gets eaten by the bird?
No.
Is it fair that the fish gets eaten by the seagull?
No.
Is it fair that the chickens are now in Kentucky? The poor chicken was just trying to cross the road. Next thing you know, he all about in Kentucky. So life isn't fair, ladies. Nothing is life. Nothing in life is fair, so forget that.
Amen.
Just tell your neighbor, forget that.
Forget that.
And the other thing